Welcome to another mega exciting 5-minute auto pairing. Okay, let's see what happens here. So, I'm trying to plans on at the moment. Not that many 31 at this time. Okay, so we'll get an auto pairing. Okay, let's try E5. I wonder if he's going to allow a Marshall Gambit later. No, shame. Is D6 possible here? Don't want to accept any Gambit really. I'm pinning here. C5 or C6? Maybe C5. Play C4 and try and get the knight to C5. I'll put pressure on E4 if I get the knight round to C5 here. Right, if I can actually delay that for a moment. Oh, there's A4, I could be in trouble with A4. I thought it would be a good idea to delay it, but maybe not. I don't know actually, maybe it's okay for knight c4, having the rook there. Let's think. Put the other knight. No. It's h3. There's d5 here, almost. d5 and that rook can actually go over there, potentially. Well, that's interesting. Knight c4, then knight b6, then d5, just to get it to b6. Actually, I'm not really sure. I don't want to get too far behind on the clock here. What do I want to do here? This pin. This guy could come over here. I could do something like this to put the bishop here. Will that be supporting d5 later? On b3, I guess c3 is weakened. Maybe that's quite good in some respects, provoke b3. Actually, I'm supporting e5. So maybe this is possible. I could run in trouble on this diagonal. So hold on, let's just do this for bishop f8. Okay, I'll put the bishop on g6 for a moment. Right, so d5 here, or bishop f8. I think bishop f8. I'm supporting e5 more securely. Get this d5 now. That liberates this bishop. Bishop c5 there. Is there any plan to play for d5? Hang on a sec. d5. Swing the knight into f4. I think it's the usual kind of. There's bishop e4 at the end of it. Could be painful. I mean, this rook needs to be a better square away from that. Okay, so maybe d5 there without any painful bishop e4 skewer. That's not threatening. Yes, it is. That's supporting h6. I don't think there's a sack on h6 that quickly. Level pegging on the clock. It'd be nice to have a small clock advantage at some point, rather than keep going and level pegging until virtually nothing. So d5 coming up surely now liberates this bishop. So actually d4, d takes, queen c8. pressure on c3. This looks good for this bishop. Oh, he wants to attack with a knight sack or something. I'm not going to get hacked. So queen c8 actually puts pressure on that diagonal as well. Try and get to his king via f2 later. Do this diagonal. Right, play d4 here. That looks knight h6 but queen f6. This is the idea. I've got this pin here on c2 though. Rook d3, maybe I should take them and try and weaken the dark squares. b4 c4, there's knight d7 there for knight c5. That seems like a huge position. Or am I closing things up? Maybe just rook c3. It's better. That bishop looks dead though, so I think I'm going to do this for knight c5, knight d7 to c5. And puts pressure on e4. And this might be loose in the future after that with knight e4. Okay, so knight e4, king h8 against knight h6 might be handy. Or what else? Rook d7 for d3. That'd be nice to threaten d3 here. Actually, yeah, I think this is nice. And this bishop kind of not very good. He's thinking here. Is he going to sack a piece? Ah, okay, hang on. What about this one? Knight g5, protect b4 like that. Knight g5. No, I think I still want to play rook d7, I think. Bishop c5, try and get into f2. Oh! Annoying. Can I just give that up for knight g5 later? Knight e4. Takes queen b8, there's knight h6 and knight g5 here. Then d3, that pin. Alright, think. Not too long. Oh no, come on. If I use this knight for the c5, just sack that pawn and get the c5 square. That seems, I wanted a knight on c5, it looked good without this liability on f6. So two birds with one stone there, but it is a pawn sack. What about knight c5 though? It gives up, okay, get out of here. Right, so g7's a problem, but knight c5 coming up. Is he going to sack two rooks for the queen? No. Okay, so there's d3. Right, so it looks good, position. Knight d4, he wants that g7. Okay. Knight g5. So I'm protecting. Trying not to get mated. Oh, come on. What to do? Knight d4. Nope. I think I wanted to defend my king. Actually, he's only got 20 seconds. So, knight b3 here. Bishop f8. There's no knight e4. Oh, why is this getting scary? Okay, I've got these dark squares as compensation. So that's something. Get this knight away from f5. It scares me. Why don't I just take on e2? Is he going to make me on this diagonal now with f6? Right, two rooks for the queen there. Should be good. Okay, that was Interesting. What's happening here? So yeah, knight takes might have been better. Apparently. Okay, I played this. So white's better here, slightly. D5 immediately would have been possible apparently. Takes. And if B3, oh, the knight over there. B3 here. Knight C to B6. Can you not? Yeah, I don't know. E5 seems weak, so that's why I was worried about E5. Yeah, I think black's okay now. D4, yeah. Engine likes this. So does the engine like actually B4? Not particularly. Okay. It seems okay for black. Good for black. Okay, taking on F5 to be considered. Get rid of that. This moves. If it took here, I think D3, right? Aha. Yep, I see. Interesting, taking on E4. Alright, so yeah, I'm giving up that pawn. Not much compensation. Oh, there's rook takes E5. What's that? They're just giving up the knight there. Yeah, that's good. I noticed it there. Okay. Yeah, taking is best. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.